So, imagine I'm a little sick. So, I just finished watching the Conor shit, and yeah, beer's the new six pack. Finished watching the Conor Khabib fight, and good fight. It was a good fight, and I seen that Conor was going. I wanted Conor to win because I'm a Conor fan. I mean, I don't know much about UFC, but I'm a Conor fan. I like Tyron Woodley. I like John Bones Jones. I was watching some of Khabib's old fights, and tonight he showed. I think he showed a little bit of human. Cause before he was just looking superhuman. Cause he was just going hard every round, every fight, every round, every fight. This fight, he definitely won the second. Definitely won the second. The first was a toss up. I gave it to Khabib, but I could see people giving it to Conor. Um, and the third Conor won clearly. Like Conor won the third, and then Conor was winning the fourth, the early part of the fourth. Then boom. But with I don't know. I know it's bad blood with them because I mean, if you watch a little bit of UFC, you know it's hella bad blood between them two. You know what I'm saying? Conor was disrespecting him. Conor was trying to get in his head in any way possible, like not showing up to the press conferences, talking hella shit at the press conferences, and I'm assuming they had like outside. Well, I'm not assuming they had outside beef too. I don't know how. Well, he had the same thing with Nate Diaz. It'd be dope if he come back for a second fight. They do another one. And Conor is actually going to be much more prepared. I think for the second fight. Conor ain't been in the UFC ring for 2 years, man. That's a long time, man. That's a long time. And for him to come in there and go four rounds with almost 4.5 rounds with that dude, or three and a half rounds with that dude. You know what I'm saying? For someone to go almost 3.5 rounds with that dude, and Khabib is no slouch, so Conor shouldn't take. I hope no. I was watching Blue Blood. Is Blue Blood? Was I watching Blue Blood? Blue Blood. And there's a few other spots where people are dropping all these comments. It's like hatred for somebody. Like you hate somebody that much that you won't even give them the shine when they shining. Like I'm watching people saying, "Oh, Khabib dominated the whole fight." I'm like, "What are you watching?" There was no domination. Like I said, the first round could go either way. I gave it to Khabib. I could see somebody giving it to Conor. The second round was definitely Khabib's because he did more than that. If you want to say he dominated a round, okay, he dominated the second round. Conor dominated the third round. You know what I'm saying? Granted, the fight was you don't even allow this man to lose with the respect he deserves. Conor is a big name in the UFC, and he deserves his respect. One thing you can't do to these, I hate when people take these fighters who fight the best fighters and be like, "Oh, he a bum." How? How the fuck is Conor a bum? How? Conor fought, beat Aldo. He beat the other wrestling dude. I forget his name. Then he went and fought Nate Diaz at his weight. You feel me? At his weight, yeah, he lost that first one, but he went and fight him. He ain't had to take that fight. He could have chilled and did nothing, or took an easy fight. But because he was supposed to have a fight at 145, 150, whatever weight he's at, I think 145. He ended up fighting Nate Diaz at 170. Stop it, and it diminishes your fighter, because if Connor's a bum, then your guy beat a bum. You know what I'm saying? Like, it diminishes your fighter. Give him his respect, yo. He won. He come on, yo. With the UFC now is nothing without. Is probably not gonna say nothing. It's not as big without Conor. Conor is the biggest star right now. It was him and Ronda, but Ronda got decked 2 times in a row. So it's him. He's pretty much one of the biggest draws in the UFC. And you call him a bum? Come on, dog. Like, you being disrespectful. You're being hateful to somebody you probably never met, you probably never seen in your life. Granted, you may not like how he talk, but to be the top dog, like, name any top dog that in any sport that didn't talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? You can go to any sport, and you can just go to. You can say the UFC. Ronda talked a lot. John Bones Jones talked a lot. Daniel Cormier talks a lot. Conor talks a lot. If Tyron Woodley talked more shit, he might be a bigger name. I think he's a beast. Um, Muhammad Ali talked a lot. You can name some of the best football players: John Randall, Ray Lewis, Michael Singletary. Like, all the greats talked a lot. You know what I'm saying? They talk shit. They talk shit to get in your head. Kevin Garnett talked a lot of shit. Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? Bill Lambert. They talk shit to get into your head because they say the game is what, 90%. Is it 90% physical, 10% physical, 90% mental, something like that? Everybody's at their peak form. You got if everybody's at their physical peak or close to it, you got to play mind games. You know what I'm saying? You got to play mind games, and this whole kind of thing, at least how I seen the press conferences and shit, was a mind game. He was trying to play a mind game to get him out of his game, but it was dope on Khabib to weather those storms. So Khabib got caught, and Khabib kept his distance, stayed back. He caught Conor in the second round with that overhand right, that wild ass right hand that stunned him, and that's pretty much how he won that second round. Um, I thought it was gonna be over then when he was doing that ground and pound, but as I'm looking at it, I'm like, I mean, they're not connecting, but you are trying to dodge punches and shit. They're not connecting hard. I think they was like bouncing off his arms, hitting him in the chest. Definitely one got parried and hit the mat. I seen that, but for Khabib, and I get it, you know what I'm saying, in the heat of the moment and all that shit, because he didn't even want to let go of the rear naked choke. The rear naked choke. What you call him had to force that off of him because he didn't want to let that go. It really showed that Conor got under his skin, which is good, because hopefully if they do it again, which is they probably won't, because if what I heard, and I forget where I heard it from, if Khabib is supposed to retire, because someone said Khabib is going to retire after he beats Conor. So if he leaves 27-0, I think he's 27-0 now. He don't really care about jumping out into the stands and all that shit. He don't care about that. I like how they didn't give him his belt. He didn't get his belt because he didn't deserve it. After that shit, he didn't deserve it. His homeboys were some bitches. I think anybody that snuffled that one, dudes jumped in the ring to fight Conor after Conor just got beat. You want to jump on him after that? Come on, man, that's some sucker shit. That's like I forget the dude in the boxing joint where they did that, which I thought it was some sucker shit, man. To steal on somebody after they just was in a fight, a professional fight, and you gonna steal on somebody, man? It's sucker shit, man. Control yourself, control your hormones, and control your mood in those kind of situations, man. That shit is that type of shit can get real fucked up real fast, like real fucked up real fast, man. It's a lot of sharp edges in that place, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people in there. Shit can get real fucked up real fast. You can fuck up your money. You can fuck up your money. You can fuck up your money in so many ways by doing that kind of shit, man. It's not even worth it, for real, for real. But Khabib did what he's supposed to do. He won. You know what I'm saying? He beat Conor. He beat Conor. I guess the only way you can really beat Conor. If it was dope of watching Conor. For the first couple of rounds dodge a lot of his shit, block, stop, stick a lot of his stuff, a lot of his takedown attempts. Conor was doing good work in there, man. It's disrespectful to call him a bum and ignore all the good work he did in there, man. Khabib had to work in there to get him. He had to work hard to get him. You know what I'm saying? And he to me he messed it all up with doing all that wild crazy shit at the end, man. Then his homeboys jumping in the ring after that, man. Especially when Conor was trying to get his bearings back, man. He just got choked out and beat. You know what I'm saying? He just lost a fight. You know what I'm saying? A fight that he really, really wanted to win. He really just lost that fight. And one thing, that's why I don't understand the disrespect to Conor. Conor loses gracefully, man. When he lost to Nate Diaz, man, after all the trash talking, he was respectful to that man, man. He gave that man his props. He did. He was a champion. He was a real champion, man. Conor McGregor, regardless of how you feel, yo, is a real champion, and he deserves real respect for his champion status, yo. For people to be out there trying, it's terrible, man. And Blood has hit it right on the head. Shout out to Blood Boxing. I don't know him, but you know I listen to his videos. Um, I want to say it's Blood. Yeah, it's Blood. And you're discrediting your. He said it about the boxing community, like when you discredit the opponent, like you discredit the opponent. If you discredit the opponent, you're also discrediting the champion or the winner when you disrespect the person that lost. You know what I'm saying? That's weak, man. That's weak. It's weak. It's weak. It's weak to brag on a win at the expense of somebody's loss. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't like the person. So what, you don't like them? That don't mean they didn't do something cool. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean they didn't put up a fight in there. You know what I'm saying? They make it tough. Conor made it tough. If Khabib dominated him, then Khabib would have won every round, and there would have been no debating. It'd have been more like win. You still, up until the moment that he jumped on his back, you was still like, what's going to happen? You was still like, yo, what's going to happen? You don't know. It was tense. It was a very good fight, man. It was a very good fight, which Conor does put on all the time. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said, if Khabib was going to retire after this, I mean, I guess that's how you go out. But it's still a poor way to. It's a poor way. Conor lost like a champion. Khabib won like a rookie. Y'all have a good night, man.